From the KJFM Radio Barn, this is Eagle 102. KJFM, Louisiana, Bowling Green. All day and all night. KJFM, Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good afternoon and welcome back to the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational here on KJFM. Mark Froelich, Jim Ross, back in the middle school gym for ladies consolation semifinal action. Only one game here in the middle school gym tonight, and we've got the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs taking on the Van Far Lady Indians. This is a 8-5 matchup. Louisiana the 8, Van Far the 5. Obviously both coming off of opening round losses. Van Far was down by Silex 37-26, and Louisiana, of course, ran into the buzzsaw at the top of the bracket, the Clopton Lady Hawks, in a 58-21 defeat on Monday. It could be an intriguing matchup if Louisiana can deal with any pressure that Van Far puts on them.
Yeah, Van Far's quick at the guard position, got ball handlers, and I'm guessing they'll try and pressure them. They played early in the year, like first, maybe second game of the year, and Van Far won pretty handily in that game, but a lot of games have come and gone since then. Van Far really, they're not playing that well right now. They had issues against Silex in a game they could very well have won, so they're kind of looking to find their way a little bit as well. And so, yeah, you're right. This could be an intriguing matchup.
And the late game between Winfield and North Callaway here in the old gym canceled. Winfield, I think, dismissed early, and they've got a pretty strict attendance activities policy down there, so they will not be in. So North Callaway gets the bye into the Consolation Championship on Friday afternoon, and that'll be a 5 o'clock game here again in the old gym. That's something different this year at the Bowling Green tournament. They're going to play the girls' consolation and third place games at the same time.
Yeah, they're COVID. I mean, it's COVID. They want to be able to play games 2 hours apart. Well, you can't start at 5 o'clock and have the championship game start at 9 o'clock. So they decided to double them up at 5 and then play the championship game at 7. On the other hand, on the men's side, they're going to start early on Saturday at 2 and play 2, 4, and 6. So they'll be able to get that 2-hour spread in between the games and play them all in the big gym. So, and actually, I like the afternoon stuff. I don't understand why a lot of these tournaments don't go to playing their championship games at 1, 3, and 5 or 2, 4, and 6. Give these kids a little feel of playing college on Saturday afternoon. It'd be kind of cool. But they're going to try that here on Saturday night, and we'll see how it goes.
That's Coach Chance. He's one of the smartest ADs around.
Oh my gosh! I hope he's not listening.
I'm trying.
You're wanting to get food out of him or something, aren't you?
Well, yeah. Where are my vouchers from? We've got Van Far in Louisiana coming up. We'll start the pregame show officially when we come back on KJFM.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by All Parts, Bowling Green Lumber, Sun Window Company, Abel's Quick Shops, and Pike County Title Company.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Getting ready for Louisiana and Van Far here in the Consolation semifinals of the 96th Bowling Green Invitational here in the middle school gym. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross. Over here, Marianne and Bobby over in the high school gym. They've got 2 games tonight in the championship bracket. The early game on KJFMradio.com is the number 1 seed Clopton taking on the 4 seed Silex. That should be a good one. And the late game, which will be both online and on air here at 102.1. It'll be Ellsbury, the 2 seed, taking on the 6 seed Bowling Green Lady Cats. That one is very interesting to me after the big upset by Bowling Green over Winfield in the opening round, and the issues that Ellsbury had having to come back from a 20-7 halftime deficit against North Callaway to beat them 30-26.
Yeah, I think there's a real potential for another upset in that Bowling Green Ellsbury game. Silex will have to play very well and maybe catch Clopton off their game a little bit to upset the number 1 seed in that game, I think. But there's a very real possibility that Bowling Green and the tournament magic, the teams, they just have a different level. The Bowling Green boys just put a thumping on Louisiana last night in the 4-5 seed, and they just have a different gear in this tournament. And the only thing that may keep that from being the gear they need to be in is the lack of a full house. They're used to playing. This tournament draws as good as any tournament in the area.
It was pretty full over there last night.
Was it? They're multiplying by 2 by 2 by 2. Is that the way that's working on those tickets?
I think maybe both teams dressed a few extra players to get the extra 4 tickets for each guy. I don't know, but it was pretty good, and the student section for Bowling Green was absolutely on fire.
I did see a picture of the student section, and it was jam-packed full. And that's what makes it fun is when you have a full house and got a little upset going on, and that's what high school basketball. Or that's when it's really, really fun.
And it was such a Bowling Green. Sound victory over Louisiana. Very surprising that it was that big, but it was so sound that we didn't even hear from the fourth official so much. The crowd
right
over there. Well, so it was surprising. It was
Bowling Green going back to the Van Far regular season game about 2 or 3 weeks ago. They really turned the corner defensively.
Yes.
And to where they're playing defense as good as anybody, similar to what we've seen out of Clopton last Friday night against North Callaway and then last night against Ellsbury, and shutting down the leading scorers of those 2 teams. So you got 2 teams in Clopton and Bowling Green that are playing as good as they've played all year defensively, and that always gives Bowling Green a chance. And with the energy, my understanding, what you did the game, my understanding is that they were just out hustling Louisiana, just beating them down the floor, beating them to loose balls, and that extra energy, that extra gear that this tournament gives them a shot to make it to the championship game. And the girls are the same way. If they get by Ellsbury, well, let me put it this way: Bowling Green is the team that you hear about that nobody wants to play right now.
Right.
This week, they want to stay. They're hoping whoever's waiting on the other side of the bracket, they're hoping Bowling Green gets beat tonight and tomorrow night.
Exactly. About 7.5 minutes to go before we tip this one off. We'll come back with our keys to the game for Van Far and Louisiana when we return on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, B&B Automotive, Center Locker Service, Nutrien Ag Solutions, and Orff Construction.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana.
And it's time for our keys to the game for Louisiana and Van Far. You got to start off with Louisiana. They got to play a lot more confident than they have been. They are young, they're inexperienced, they come out maybe a little too timid. They usually play a little bit better and more freely in the second halves of ball games. They got to start that way.
Yeah, for sure. And part of the reason is I think they feel like the pressure's off because they're behind already in the second half. They got to start with that mentality. Hey, we're in this game still. Let's see what we can do. And you're right, they're young. They predominantly freshmen actually, and they're going to have to be able to withstand the pressure that Van Far is probably going to put on them with their guards, and then they'll have a tough time corralling Mara Jansen in the post as well. So those are the challenges for Louisiana here in this game tonight.
Yeah, and on the flip side, for Van Far, they've got to get Jensen fed the ball, and I think defensively they've got to double team these Louisiana guards, these inexperienced guards. You've got good, quick defenders out there in Devin Keller, the youngster Carmen Wilburn, and Haley Basket. Put the pressure on Louisiana, make them make mistakes.
The other thing I think we can probably expect Van Far to do in this game is maybe try and work to get their outside shot going a little bit. The last two games we've had with them, they have not made very much of anything from beyond the arc, and if they can do that, then that frees up Mara Jansen inside to roam around a little more than what she is now. As the game the other night against Silex, they kind of packed in, and they basically shut Jansen down and dared Van Far to shoot it from outside, and it worked out for the Owls. And so that'll be something that I'm sure Coach Heather Mentor is going to want to work on as they go through this game tonight.
Definitely. Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineup still to come on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Louisiana Auto Sales and Rentals, A Taste of Philly, Airco Convenience Centers, Magruder Limestone Company, and One Multi-Sports Complex.
This is Kyle Schroeder, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starters for this ball game, first for the road team, the number 5 seed Van Far Lady Indians. They're coached by Heather Minter. They'll start a 5'6 freshman, number 2, Carmen Wilburn. Number 10 gets a start, 5'2 junior, Devin Keller. Number 21, a 5'8 junior, Haley Basket gets a start, 5'2 senior, number 24, Panna Conaway. And number 55, a 6'2 sophomore, Mara Jensen. For the home team on the scoreboard, the number 8 seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. They're coached by Derek Brandstetter, and they'll start a 5'7 freshman, number 10, Reagan Bowser. Number 13 gets a start, 5'7 freshman, Ty Campbell. 6' freshman, number 22, Brylan Stewart is getting the start tonight, as well as number 23, a 5'7 freshman, Deprecia Chapman, and a 5'4 freshman, number 25, Emily Powell. So again, for Van Far, it's Wilburn, Keller, Basket, Conaway, and Jensen. For Louisiana, Bowser, Campbell, Stewart, Chapman, and Powell. And those are your starters for tonight.
Officiating crews out of Columbia. They haven't taken their mask off yet, so I'm not sure who they are. Mary Ann had a picture of the officials list last night. She's probably not listening, is she? They're probably on the air.
Yeah, they're on the air, yeah. I found it laying in the high school office. I got called to the office yesterday.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that's a pretty good accomplishment to be 35 years old and get called to the office.
35, thank you. Starters being introduced on the floor right now. We'll take a quick break, come back with your opening tip after this from the 96 Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pogue Ford, Northeast Missouri Title Company, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, CarQuest Auto Parts, and Spare Time Bowl and Grill.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Louisiana wins the opening tip. Stewart wins it back to Campbell, and we're underway here in the middle school gym. Consolation semifinals of the Bowling Green Invitational. Here's Reagan Bowser with it for the Lady Dogs. Gets it to Chapman. She's fouled by Jensen, and that's not what Van Far needed. A very early foul from Mara Jensen.
Well, good look, though, on the first possession for Louisiana, and Chapman's going to get a shot at the first free throws of the night for the Dogs.
Comes just 15 seconds into the ball game, and the first shot is no good. Long off the back iron and back to her.
Deprecia, that's a name I don't know that I've ever seen the name Deprecia. Have you? No.
You know, I'm thinking. She missed them both, and Chapman's miss goes back to Van Far. Keller ahead to Wilburn, and she's fouled. Going back the other way, that's going to be on Powell. Emily's first.
So we've played less than 30 seconds, and we get free throws at both ends. Both teams need to take care of the basketball, needless to say.
And we're 0 for 3 shooting free throws as Wilburn misses the first.
Small, intimate crowd.
That one misses as well. The rebound saved in and off the glass and in for Jensen. Mara Jensen puts Van Far up 2 after Brylan Stewart saved it in. Saved it right to Jensen, and she had an easy open look. Ooh, almost a travel on Bowser. She gets it ahead to Powell now to the free throw line for Ty Campbell. Campbell goes to the hoop, can't hit that one. Jensen the rebound, and here comes Conaway back the other way, and she loses it off her foot out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Dogs.
First of the night for either club. Both teams having trouble getting going here in the early going.
But I like the looks early for the Bulldogs.
A little more confident, like you talked in the pregame.
Here's Campbell with it. Ty skips it to Chapman. She has trouble. Ball goes to the floor. It's picked up by Bowser at the center stripe, and she stepped into the backcourt. Oh, they're going to call a tie-up instead.
Yeah, it was going to be a backcourt. it'll be a turnover nonetheless on the Dogs.
And basket inbounds for Keller. And the clock moves again. 6:51 to go in the first. 2-0 in favor of Van Far. Keller gives it to Jensen. Jensen to the hoop. That's easy for her. Off the glass for 2 more. She's got all 4 and a 4-0 lead for Van Far.
First time I think we've seen her take it in the high post, though, and have to put it on the floor. Usually she's within 6 or 8 feet of the bucket.
Bowser runs into a double team, and a blocking foul going to be called.
Basket, yep, she'll pick up her first.
Second team foul against the Lady Indians. And right below us, Louisiana will inbound. Bowser gets it for Powell. Powell gets it back to Reagan on the near point. Trying to find somebody, gives it to Chapman. Deprecia was looking around, had it ripped out of her hand, and Chapman's going to pick up a personal. Had the ball taken away and just grabbed a hold of Keller.
A little inexperience there.
Basket inbounds. And another foul.
Illegal pick on Jensen. That'll be 2 on her.
Ooh, that's not good. She's got all the points in the ball game. Nearly 2 minutes in.
Well, she doesn't need to be that far away from the basket.
No.
She's got some size, although looking at her standing next to
Stewart.
Briley Stewart, they're about the same size height-wise.
Into the ball game is Womack, and she takes the ball, loses it. Lost control, picked up by Basket, and she's on the move. Good job cutting her off by Bowser. Gets it back to Wilburn. Carbon shot is just off the mark, and Powell picks up the rebound for the Lady Dogs.
Basket had a nice game against Solix the other night. Probably should have taken that shot.
Now a steal by Wilburn, and Carmen going back the other way. Off the glass and in for the layup. Carmen Wilburn with her first 2 of the night. And a timeout taken by Louisiana. 5:33 to go in the first. 6-0. Van Far leads on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Eastern Missouri Commission Company, Bouquet Florist and Gift Shop, and Jesse Owens Heating and Air.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Bowser to inbound, running out of time, gets it ahead to Emily Powell. Powell across the line with it, cuts across, and will get a nice bounce pass to Ty Campbell. Campbell's shot no good, and the rebound goes off of Brylan Stewart out of bounds. Back to Van Far.
It's off of Jensen. Good backdoor cut on that play that time by Louisiana. Had a good look.
Bowser running out of time, skips it out, and it'll have to be chased down by Powell, and then goes out of bounds, and the official ends up in the second row.
Yeah, he's got a little age on him. I'm telling you, he doesn't want to be up in the second row unless he's sitting there watching.
Bowser across the line as Louisiana keeps possession. Reagan trying to find a little room against Conaway. Ball goes to the floor. It's picked up by Basket for Van Far. Gets it ahead to Pana. Pana back to Haley Basket. To Conaway. Thought about the 3. Gives it back to Keller. Skip pass down. Jensen off the glass. Oh, that's pretty. Good finish by Jensen.
Lob over the top. They were fronting Jensen, and she had a wide open path to the hoop after she made the catch.
8-0 for Van Far. Powell with it. Gives up her dribble, and a travel called. Another turnover for Louisiana.
Just need to slow down just a hair.
Powell will check out, Chapman back in for the Dogs.
Popcorn smells good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It's emanating all over the gymnasium.
With it is Haley Baskett.
That was a kind of a hint to
get some popcorn over here.
Coach Chance to.
That's ball knocked away from Baskett momentarily. She picks it back up, gives it to Devin Keller. Coach Minter shouts out instructions as we look at the midway point of this first quarter. 8-0 Van Far. Here's Conaway. She goes through the lane. Shot no good. And the rebound picked up by Baskett, and she's fouled by Bowser.
That'll be Reagan's first, team's third.
4:03 to go, 8-0. Van Far leads. Despite a few too many turnovers, I don't mind the start from Louisiana. They just haven't been able to finish.
No, and defensively they're getting after it pretty nicely. The problem is Jansen, as we said it would be. She scores again and has 8 of the 10. They don't have an answer for her inside.
Well, Stewart has been prone to foul trouble, so I'm not sure if that's in her head as Chapman puts up a 15-footer.
First bucket of the night, yeah.
Louisiana on the board. Now they get it to Jensen. She didn't realize how open she was. Rushed the shot a little bit, but Van Far able to corral the loose ball.
Whistle and a foul. I think they'll call that on Jaden Womack, I believe.
Going to be Womack's first, team's fourth. And they get it into Mara off the glass and in. Set piece there, and she's got 10.
Just too easy inside.
Womack to inbound, and it's stolen by Wilburn. Cut off that pass intended for Campbell, and now Keller is fouled on her way up.
I think they're just going to say it was out of bounds.
Okay. So clean strip, and into the ball game for the first time is Madeline Caldwell. She'll replace Haley Baskett, so 12 for 21. And they get it to Mara off the glass. She can't finish this time. Got her own rebound. Gets it back to Wilburn, and she's fouled.
So I'm going to get a couple of free throws. She came up empty the first time to the cherry stripe. Foul's going to be on Emily Powell, her second.
5 minutes gone here in the first.
Team's fifth.
And the first shot is good, so she breaks that goose egg at the free throw line and has 3 points tonight. Bowser comes back in for Powell.
Bowser was my next door neighbor. She's grown up a little bit since those days. She used to play a little basketball out on our court.
Second shot good as well. Reagan, along with her cousin Cooper, and my daughter Olivia, all went to the same daycare, and they were a posse back when they were 4 and 5 years old.
Well,
I don't know if they'd even recognize each other now.
I don't know Cooper, but knowing your daughter, knowing Reagan, I can see how that could be. Foul is on. Well, I don't know.
It was on Caldwell. Here's Campbell from the far side. Her shot short. Jensen the rebound. Ball loose now, stolen by Louisiana. Bowser with it. Gets it back to Jaden Womack. Womack has trouble. Now she gets control, but has it tied up by Panna Conaway. It's going to stay with Louisiana.
She had 2 or 3 grabs at it. Finally tied her up.
Bounce pass for Chapman. Chapman shot high off the glass, no good. Campbell the rebound, stripped of the ball, and it's picked up by Caldwell, and she's tied up by Womack. This time it's going to go to Van Far.
I think they're going to call a foul on
Are
Womack,
they?
actually, yes. Her second.
That's not good.
Team's sixth.
And here comes.
See, you talked so good about him, he brought you food tickets.
Well, you were begging on air, too.
I just want a popcorn, man.
Here's Keller with it. Thank you to Coach Chance.
Absolutely. They always take good care of us here at Bowling Green High School.
It's things like that that make you a Coach of the Year, right?
There you go.
Here's Jensen. Puts it off the glass, cut it a little fine, and on the rebound, Wilburn's going to foul Campbell.
Be her first.
And into the ball game for the first time is Annalyn Coel.
Flo Coel. Got to work on that.
Here's Campbell.
I'll wake up tonight in the middle of the night going, Coel.
Bowser with it right in front of us. Up on the stage. They get it to Womack. Womack finds a little room, can't finish. Gets her own rebound, and in a tie-up or a wrestling match with Carmen Wilburn, and the arrow favors Van Far.
Well, when you take Basket and Jensen out of the game, all of a sudden the size differential disappears. They all look about the same size, all 10 players, don't they, if you look
yes,
out across there.
Yeah, no Stewart in there for Louisiana. She's on the bench.
Ball's deflected out of bounds, and Van Far will have it in the deep.
Oh, no, they're going to call a foul.
Oh, they are going to call a foul, so that'll send someone to the free throw line. Going to call it on Bowser, it looks like.
Yep.
Her second.
She got into Devin Keller, apparently. So Keller at the line. And she hits the first to earn the second on the 1-and-1. Her first point of the night. Into the ball game, Natalie Bybee for the Indians. And the second shot is good as well. Bounced around, but they were both effective. Womack with 1:28 to go in the first quarter. Gets it to Campbell. Tie, stripped and fouled by Keller.
Her first, team sixth. Yeah, that would be something that Van Far wants to stay away from, getting in the habit of reaching like that. That was
good pass from Chapman to Campbell, but it's stripped away from behind. And here comes Conway back the other way for Van Far. Drops it off for Keller. Keller. Pass tipped and taken by Bowser. Good steal by Reagan. Splits the defense, gets in too deep, gets it back to Chapman, now to Campbell. Tie into the near corner for DePricia. Back for a three. That one just off the mark. And on the rebound, Sky Coleman is fouled.
And she'll go to the line and get a couple of free throws. Foul's going to go on Coel, her first.
See, you're doing just fine.
Been practicing in my mind.
Sky Coleman, the purple streak in her hair.
Yes. She may make the all-hair team, now that I think about it.
That's a possibility.
The first free throw's good.
Hit that one. And into the ball game comes McKenna Eng Hoffman.
She's had a variety of colors of her hair over the last couple years, I believe.
Second one's long, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Campbell. Back to Van Far. .50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kind of a slow-moving first.
It has been a slow-moving first.
A lot of fouls. Both teams already 7 fouls, and we haven't played one yet. Here's Conway back up top for Keller. Keller looking for some room, gives it back to Panna. Panna up to Carmen Wilburn, and a timeout taken by Coach Heather Minter. 30.8 seconds to go in the first. It's 16-3. Van Far is leading Louisiana here in the first quarter on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Calumet of Missouri, Calvin's Restaurant, Ann Lane Boutique, Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace, Agent, and MASH.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Off the timeout, Keller misses. Fight for the rebound. Right now, Coleman has it. It's a tie-up back to Louisiana with 18.5 seconds to go.
I think they got the shot they wanted out of that timeout. Just couldn't get it to go.
That's an interesting tape job on Keller on the inside of the elbow.
Yeah, that is. That's tennis elbow, isn't it? Didn't it qualify as tennis elbow?
Probably. Not sure if she's a tennis player or not.
Well, we know she's right-handed, so she's not hitting the tennis ball with her left hand, I wouldn't think.
Campbell has it stripped on her way to the basket, goes out of bounds, and that'll do it for 1 quarter of play. 16-3 is our score after one. Van Far leading Louisiana from the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Evans Insurance Agency, Silex Banking Company, Eolia Landscape Supply, and Lincoln County Farmers Cooperative.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
16-3 after one. Louisiana trailing Van Far over in the other gym. Pretty good one after 1 quarter, 9-5. Clopton leading Silex, so a 4-point game over there. Low-scoring game.
It is.
Over there.
We've seen some low-scoring games in this girls' side of the bracket for sure.
A lot of young teams.
There are. That is the most predominant factor, actually.
Here's Conaway. Gives it to Keller, and she'll take it back between the circles. Take a spin, go back to her right, and then a lob pass is too long for basket and intercepted by Coleman. Here's Powell, has trouble with it, and gives it off to Bowser as she crosses the center line. Reagan trying to find a little room. Skips it to Chapman, back to Bowser. She goes to the hoop and scores.
Good look that time. Little give and go between Chapman and Bowser.
That's Reagan's first 2 points of the night. And Wilburn gets it out of the corner and back up top now for Devin Keller. Keller lob pass connected that time off the glass. Basket scores.
Her first bucket of the game.
And Bowser takes it back the other way for Louisiana.
Louisiana in no hurry. They want to slow this game down if they can.
And a steal by Wilburn. She goes off the glass. Can't hit, but she is fouled by Ty Campbell.
He ties first, and Carmen will go back to the line again, and she'll get 2 more. Be her sixth free throw opportunity of the game here in the early going.
Right at 50%, missed the first 2, hit the last 2, and see what she does here on her third attempt. She misses the first. You would think she would split this one, right?
Well, if the law of averages works, that is correct, as Jensen returns and Ing Hoffman will take a seat.
6:47 to go in the first half, and she does hit it.
To your order.
Bowser gets a low pass in front of the Louisiana bench, gets it ahead to Powell. She has trouble with it. Look out behind. Wilburn almost took it from her, and she gets it back to Bowser. Pass for Campbell is tipped by Wilburn and taken by Jensen. And here comes Van Far again. They lead 19-5 with 6:28 to go in the first half. Keller, pass low. Jensen gets it back to basket, and the C's opened up for her. She can't hit, however. And then on the rebound, Jensen is fouled.
Jensen will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
That's the third on Reagan Bowser.
And that it is.
And Mara's free throw is good, making a 15-point lead. She's got 11 of those points. Bowser checks out. And the second shot is good as well. It rattled down. A dozen points from Mara Jensen in the first 10 minutes. Here's Womack, and she's stripped of the ball by Conaway. Pana puts it off the glass and scores.
Her first 2 points of the night. Man-to-man press by Van Far.
And 5 seconds called on Jaden Womack. Minute 59 into the second quarter, and right now it's when things start to go bad a little bit for Louisiana. They go into a defense or into a shell, really, on both ends, and without Bowser in there, they don't handle the ball as well. And that's almost through the legs and picked back up by Powell and knocked out of bounds away from Jaden Womack.
Yeah, Bowser is able to get them into their offense, and since she left, it's been disjointed at best.
Powell gets it to Womack. Jaden gets it back to Emily Powell. Powell, a pass for Stewart. She's in too deep. And what do we have? A 3-second lane call against Brylan Stewart.
The official with a dramatic 3-second call.
Caitlin Sutton comes into the ball game for Pana Conaway, and Stewart checks out. Sky Coleman back in.
I think that's the most dramatic 3-second call I've ever seen in all the years I've been watching this stuff.
Well, he's been taking theater classes in his spare time. That shot no good for Van Far. Knocked out of bounds, and they say that last touch was by the Lady Indians with 5:16 to go. Turnover gives it back to the Bulldogs. And they get it to Powell.
Caitlin Sutton in the game. I don't know if we mentioned that she checked in for Van Far.
Here's Campbell. Gives up her dribble. There's that double team we talked about in the pregame. Gets it to Powell. Powell, good shooter. That one just off the mark. And the rebound taken by Devin Keller. Gets it ahead. Mara Jensen traveled. Oh, they're going to call a charge instead.
Be 3 on Jensen.
I think she's thinking the same thing I did. I traveled. I didn't foul.
Well, see, now you're starting to understand how to be a good official. You call the travel instead of the foul. You want to keep as many players in the game as you can if you have the opportunity.
Now a steal by Van Far. Basket, the shot no good, but she'll head back to the line, or head to the line for the first time, Haley will.
She'll get 2 shots. The foul. Haven't put it up. They're a little slow on the draw tonight, aren't they? We have to talk to the score table. Jaden Womack with her third. Conaway will check back in. Jensen will take a seat.
And a timeout taken by the Bulldogs before the second free throw. 4:48 to go in the first half. 23-5. Van Far leads Louisiana from the 96th Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, Penrod Real Estate, and Clint Bowen Construction.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank and Bowling Green Tractor.
There, I worked on some popcorn for you.
Oh, my gosh, you're ordering up popcorn? Holy smokes, look at this.
The second shot is good for a basket, and it makes it 24-5. I ran over there, looked at the how much time I had left on the timeout. I said, "Hey, somebody run that over to Jim."
I got to keep old Jim fattened up and happy, you know.
Well, you had a rough day, pal.
Yeah, it hadn't been the best, but you know.
Get to finish it with watching high school basketball. So.
Everybody has burdens to bear, right?
Yeah.
No question about it. But thank you for the popcorn, nonetheless.
Here's Womack with it across the line. She traveled. Turnover gives it back to Van Far. 4:38 to play in the half. And down below us, the curly locks of Haley Basket inbound the ball.
Did Heather Minner just call her grandma?
Yes. Yes, I heard that earlier. Yeah.
I thought I was hearing things.
Yeah. Was she talking to Mara again? Because she called her grandma earlier.
Maybe that's just her standard nickname.
Yeah, possibly. There's Basket. Can't finish. Gets her own rebound. Putback's no good. Under pressure, and Caitlin Sutton is tied up on the second offensive rebound, and it'll stay with Van Far with the arrow. Here's Keller with it. To Conaway. Going to try the three this time. A little short. Rebound taken by Basket, and a foul on the shot will send Carmen Wilburn back to the line.
It was a really good look that time by Basket on a little internal passing, a little reverse backhanded pass to find Wilburn underneath, and she couldn't quite convert it, but she'll get a couple free throws. Foul on Campbell. Her second is foul trouble starting to build for the Bulldogs.
Carmen hits the first. Will she get over 50% with this shot?
I'm going to put the reverse jinx on her. This bad boy's going in.
Yeah?
Looky there.
Nothing but net. She gets herself over that 50% hump from the free throw line. Gotta hurry. Foul, 5 seconds again. Or do we have a foul? We have a foul on Caitlin Sutton before the inbound.
Holding foul on Sutton, her first, and that's going to walk us to the other end of the floor. And we'll shoot the first one-on-one opportunity, not the first, a one-on-one opportunity. Well, I guess it is the first one-on-one opportunity.
It's going to be a two-shot foul, I think.
It is? It's only the 9th team foul.
Oh, I was looking the other way.
I made that mistake, but I tried to keep my mouth shut about it.
First shot is good, so turns into a two-shot opportunity.
Womack had a little fadeaway on that free throw. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Maybe she got tapped a little bit by Conaway on the block out. We'll see. Nope, she's stayed
backing
there
up.
that time, man. Just a little bit.
Missed the second. Here's Conaway with it in the far corner for Van Far. Back up to Keller. Keller surveys the scene. Thought about that skip pass. Gives it back to Pana. Gets a pick. Now Keller with it. Ooh, almost lost her balance. Gets it down low. Carmen Wilburn. Wilburn from the low blocks is blocked. And out of bounds is Sutton.
Sutton, yeah, made the catch, but couldn't keep her tippy toes off that end line that time.
3:37 to play in the second quarter. It's a 20-point Van Far lead at 26-6. Here's Chapman with it. DeBrisha gets it to Ty Campbell. Campbell back to Chapman. Chapman shot. In and out, no good. Rebound tipped out. And here comes Sutton back the other way, 1-on-3, so she slows it down. Pretty good idea there.
Yeah, close to being in the backcourt. Keller got her feet down just in the nick of time. Little pick and roll there that time.
And a nice job handling that pass by Haley Basket, and she puts it in for two. Now the inbound is knocked out by Keller. It'll stay with the Lady Dogs. 3:03 to go in the second quarter.
– 28-6 our score. Van Far on top. They've led from the outset.
And again, knocked out of bounds, and this time it's going to be last touch by Chapman. Had to go high.
Yep, went off her fingertips.
And Keller with it for Van Far. She goes to her right, going to take it all the way to the basket and get that one to roll down.
Keller's first field goal of the night. And we've got a whistle,
and Keller's got blood on the knee after some of those acrobatics trying to tip the passes out of bounds. And instead of taking her player out, she'll take a timeout. Will Coach Heather Minter, as her Van Far Lady Indians lead the Louisiana Lady Dogs 30-6 here in the second quarter from the 96 Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Liggins Flooring, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Lynn's Heritage House, and Rawls County Mutual Insurance.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
Well, Keller went back to the bench, wiped off a little bit more. I think she's all right.
Where's our training staff tonight? I don't see them wandering around here today. They usually put a Band-Aid or some tape on there.
Yeah. Maybe they're all focused on the high school gyms. They got 2 games going on over there. Long inbound pass. Campbell catches up with it. Ty goes to the hoop and scores.
Yeah, nice move that time. Showed a little speed with the basketball. That's a good thing.
Her first 2 points of the night. And it's 30-8 Van Far. Lady Indians with the ball. Here's Keller with that blood cleaned up, at least momentarily. Take it back up top. Sutton gives it back to Conaway. Hands it to Keller. Keller from the center circle. Crosses over, goes to her left, goes to the hoop. Can't hit the runner, and the rebound was grabbed by Brylan Stewart, but she's tied up. It's going to stay with Louisiana. 2:14 to go in the half.
Brylan, a young player, got to remember she's tall. Keep the ball above your head. Don't bring it down where those little guards can chop away at it.
Yep. Campbell gets the inbound pass, hands it back to Powell. Emily works against basket. Now Keller, good job keeping the dribble and going past, but then it's stripped from behind. Here's Carmen Wilburn. And again, they're going to have to take Keller out to get a bandage or something on that knee.
Get out that old medicine kit. Get some athletic tape around that thing. That'll stop it.
Powell to inbound with the Lady Dogs trailing 30-8. Chapman gets it. One-on-one past Conaway. Can't hit the runner, and then the ball was tipped back to her, and she was standing out of bounds.
She showed good speed with the ball, too, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Blew by everybody, just couldn't convert the bucket.
Conaway going to take it up the floor with Keller out of the lineup. Gets it to the near side for Caldwell. Back to Conaway. Conaway to the free throw line, goes to Sutton on the far side, back to Pana. Now for Haley Basket. Basket. Free throw line, drives the lane, stopped about midway through, gets her own rebound. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Van Far. Things got a little out of hand there after that shot. A little out of control. Conaway gets it into basket in the near corner. Minute 25 to go in the half. And that one's knocked out of bounds.
A lot of active hands by the Dogs.
A couple of substitutions into the ball game. I don't have a 4.
Nor do I. Let's see. I think I've got a program, though, if I can locate it.
They get it down low. Carmen high off the glass.
Wilburn again, having a good second quarter.
Yes, she is. 34-8. Van Far leads. We're down to a minute 10 to go in the half. Here's Stewart, has to go off her hands, picked up by Keller. Oh, and all alone is Haley Basket for 2 more. She's got 7.
Number 4 is Taylor Ingram.
So she changed from 0 to 4.
There you go. They do that to us from time to time, don't they?
Yeah, just like tonight, Anna O'Brien changed from 24 to 33 for Louisiana. And a timeout taken by the Bulldogs with 46.3 seconds to go in the half. It's Van Far 36, Louisiana 8 from the 96th Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Woods Smoked Meats, Mike's Tire and Service Center, the Mercantile Bank, County Market in Vandalia, and McDinger's.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
36-8, Van Far leads Louisiana here second quarter. Our late game on KJFM tonight will be Bowling Green and Ellsbury. That game starts at 7, a 6:45 pregame.
Should be a good one.
Right now, Compton and Silex battling over in the other gym on KJFMradio.com. And, well, try and get you an update on that one is Conway's shot. Goes off to the left and out of bounds is Wilburn trying to save it in.
I'll give you a little help there. I think my phone will even work. Might even be smart enough to operate.
19-9, Clopton leading Silex in the third quarter already over there.
Wow.
It seems like Marianne's been ahead of me all week. Not sure what that's all about.
I'm going to just leave that one alone. That's too easy.
That shot off the glass, no good for Wilburn. Gets her own rebound and a double dribble called against the freshman.
Yeah, that's way fast.
Yeah. Pass rejected. Oh, even hurt Marianne a little bit there.
Yeah, I have to turn the volume down. I might confuse the folks listening to her and us at the same time.
Back the other way. Here's Powell. Pass too high for Campbell, and another turnover with 10.8 seconds to go. And Van Far will try for the last shot here.
They'll have to hurry.
Lobs it to basket. Back to Conaway. They're not hurrying. 5 seconds to go. Here's Pana for three from the far corner. It's short. Rebound goes to the floor, and the buzzer will sound to end the first half of this contest. It's Van Far all over Louisiana, 36-8. Our score as the 5 seed leads the 8 in this Consolation semifinal from the 96 Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
36-8. Van Far leads Louisiana here after 2 quarters from the middle school gym. Consolation semifinals of the 96 Bowling Green Invitational. And just too many turnovers and too many fouls for Louisiana, especially in that first quarter.
Yeah, they had a bunch. They've got, 2 players with 3 and 2 players with 2.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, yeah.
Had 17 turnovers in the first half. That's more than a game's full. So some of the woes that have plagued them early in the season are still with them. They're still working through them. And Coach Derek Branstetter, he'll get them whipped into shape if they'll just stay with it.
Yeah, they got to stay together, stay with it, and I think maybe this is a 2-year rebuild, and by the time this core group are juniors, they should be competitive most nights.
I would think so. There's some talent there, and when you haven't played a whole lot of basketball, and plus you haven't played a whole lot of basketball together, that's a challenge. And of course, the other challenge is I think you and I talked about this the other night. Any sport now is not just a season sport. It's not just a 3-month football season or a 4-month basketball season. You got to play it somewhat year-round, and that's a challenge that Coach Branstetter has in a mentality that he's got to get changed in Louisiana.
So you can't go 3-4 years without shooting baskets and come out while your coworkers are watching and expect to drain a bunch of threes?
No, I saw you try that the other night, and as I told you, I was wise enough not to get out there and embarrass myself.
I was not embarrassed, but I know what I am and where I am at this point. Exactly. I was just happy I didn't pass out with the little running I did.
Or turn an ankle.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. The other games tonight, Clopton again leading Silex in the third quarter, now 26-12. And so they're taking control of that game down the hall with Marion and Bobby on the call. The late game will be Ellsbury and Bowling Green, and that's the only other game we've got tonight on KJFM and KJFMradio.com because the North Callaway Winfield game was canceled. Winfield couldn't make it up tonight because of the weather, so North Callaway gets a free pass to take on either Van Far or Louisiana in the Consolation Championship, which will be Friday at 5 o'clock here in the middle school gym at the same time as the third place game on the girls' side of the bracket.
Well, that's always disappointing because you want an opportunity to play 3 games in every tournament that you get into, and so even though North Callaway is going to advance to a trophy game on Friday night, they're only going to get to play 2 games. So unfortunate, but that's, we can't control the weather.
And, after everything that's happened this year, a weather cancellation doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, that's for sure. We'll take a break, come back with first half scoring as we continue the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Spring Valley Accounting, and Advanced Eye Care.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
36-8 after 2 quarters. The Horn Sounds summoning Louisiana from the locker room. Scoring for the Lady Dogs, 2 points for Reagan Bowser, but she has 3 fouls. 2 points for Ty Campbell, a point for Jaden Womack, 2 points for Depresha Chapman, and a point for Sky Coleman. They scored 3 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter as a team. For the Van Far Lady Indians, they've got 2 points for Panna Conaway, 4 for Devin Keller, 7 points Haley Basket, 11 for Carmen Wilburn, and a dozen now for Mara Jensen. 10 of those came in the first quarter. She didn't have a field goal in the second quarter as she picked up her 3rd foul early and was used sparingly by Coach Heather Minter.
She's the only player in foul trouble for Van Far. They were 10 for 14 from the charity stripe, were the Indians. Louisiana 2 for 6, 17 turnovers for the Dogs, and only 5 for Van Far. So they took care of the basketball rather nicely in that first half.
2 quarters in the books, 36-8 is the Van Far lead over Louisiana as the the 5th seed Lady Indians try to get past the 8th seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs here in the Consolation semifinal of the Bowling Green Invitational. More action coming up. 3rd quarter begins when we return on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Second half set to begin here from the old high school gym, the James A. Wilson Gymnasium. Now the middle school primary gym here at Bowling Green, 96 Bowling Green Invitational, and that's just a power shot there from Mara Jensen off the glass to get the second half going.
Start her at the high post, slide her down the lane, and shoot it off the glass. Nothing to it, right?
Exactly. Here's Campbell back the other way. Ty has it stripped from behind. Chapman will take the shot. That one almost wedged in there, and the rebound picked up by Haley Basket. Long pass ahead, tipped to the far side, and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Van Far. 30 seconds into this third quarter.
26-18 from the high school gym at the start of the fourth quarter. The Hawks still on top over Silence.
Ball tipped. Jensen ends up with it, and she goes off the glass for another easy two to make it 40-8 in favor of the Lady Indians.
That was just right girl, right spot there, and then turned around, and there was no defender around.
Back the other way, here's Reagan Bowser with it, playing with 3 fouls for the Lady Dogs. Kicks it back, and the ball tipped around. Campbell has to climb over some folks.
Stepped over the top of Conaway.
Not hard to do. She's not the tallest girl, but she was laying flat on the floor that time. Here's Brylan Stewart with a miss, and the rebound is picked up by Devin Keller. Keller has Conaway with her. She drops it off into the corner for Pana. Lob pass to Mara Jensen. Jensen goes off the glass, cut it too fine that time, and Bowser the rebound for Louisiana. Takes it over to Ty Campbell. Campbell back to Bowser on the near point. Over to the far side, it's tipped and taken away from Chapman, and Keller goes off the glass with the reverse. Devin Keller's got 6. 42-8 is the Van Far lead as the fifth is getting closer and closer to playing in that Consolation Championship game against North Callaway on Friday. Here's Bowser to the hoop, stripped of the ball, got it back, tied up by Pana, and the arrow favors Louisiana 2 minutes into this third quarter. Natalie Bybee checks back in for Pana Conaway. And who was it? Womack that came back in for Louisiana.
Yep, was.
Here's Stewart off the inbounder, shot just off the mark, and the rebound picked up by Carmen Wilburn. She'll come out the near side with it and take it up the floor herself. Gets it down to Jensen off the glass. No. Rebound fought for, and another tie-up. This time it'll stay with Van Far.
Yep, Jensen's had 2 pretty good looks the last 2 trips down and unable to get it up off the glass and in.
Keller with that knee wrap now gets it to Jensen. She hits the bottom of the rim, comes out the near side, and out of bounds at the Van Far bench. And Powell shaking her left hand a little bit.
Might have jammed a finger in there. Jensen will take a seat, and McKenna Ing Hoffman will return.
I thought it was the left hand. Now she's flexing the right hand. Here's Campbell with it. Ty hits Powell with a pass, gets away from her, goes to the floor, still being fought for. Ing Hoffman picks it up. And here's basket out the other way for Van Far. She stops Pops from 15 and scores.
Nice looking mid-range jumper by Haley Basket.
She's got 9, knocking on the door, double figures, 3 minutes into the second quarter. Powell with it, trailing 44-8. Emily gets it back, kicks it back to Chapman. It's knocked out of bounds by Keller, who actually was saved back in, and Keller picks up the loose ball. Turns into a 2-on-0 break, and she's not going to miss that. 2 more points for Devin Keller. She's got 8.
Coach Brandsitter won't be happy about that. His girls just got beat down the floor that time. One thing you can't substitute for is effort.
And basket gets into Powell and will pick up a personal, her second. First foul of the second half comes 3 minutes and 15 seconds exactly into the third quarter.
And that's a good thing.
Looks like we'll have running clock in the fourth. And here's Campbell with it. Ty works away from Wilburn, got a little pick, made it all the way to the hoop, and then throws it away. And then we're going to have a foul as Basket picked it up.
Foul's going to go on Emily Powell. It'll be her third. Jensen will return, and Hoffman will take a seat.
4:36 to go in the quarter. Here from the Consolation semis of this Bowling Green Invitational. Mark Froelich, Jim Ross. Van Far leading Louisiana 46-8. With it is Wilburn. Gets it down low. Bybee is blocked, but another foul going to be whistled on Powell, and that's her fourth.
And Bybee will get a trip to the charity stripe, her first of the night.
Off the bench is Annalyn Coel. And the first shot is short for Bybee. Annalyn checks in, replacing Haley Basket.
Reagan Bowser back in for Emily Powell for the Bulldogs.
One more shot for Natalie, and that one's a little long. Short on the first, long on the second. Rebound picked up by Jensen, and she's tied up. And the arrow favors Van Far.
A lot of jump balls in this game.
That is for sure. Ty Cable bring it up. Excuse me, Louisiana ball. Said Van Far mistakenly. Here's Womack with it. Long pass ahead. Chapman goes off the glass and in.
Good shot by Deprecia. She's got 4.
And Louisiana as a team into double figures now, 46-10. Lob pass, Jensen. Kind of a long-range shot for her.
She likes it off the glass, doesn't she?
Yes,
Almost
she does.
Everything she shoots is off the glass.
Well, if it works, stay with it, right?
It does. She's got 18.
That shot by Chapman, she's put in back-to-back buckets.
48-12, 3:30 to play in the third.
Coach Minter, calling her player's grandma, reminds me that Greg Penrod for Winfield last night was shooting granny free throws.
Get out of here.
In the game. Every one of them. I think he had a bet with somebody because of the way he was cheesing after he shot him.
Well, who was one of the greatest free throw shooters in the NBA?
Well, it wasn't my granny, that's for sure.
No, it was Rick Barry.
Yeah.
And he shot him that way.
It was interesting.
Back in the old days, that's the way they all shot him.
Yeah.
I'm talking real old days, not my old days.
Yeah.
Got a foul inside, it looks like, on Louisiana. See if it's on the rebound or on the shot. We're going to call it on Bowser. That'll be her 4th. It'll be on the rebound, so Van Far will have it underneath her own hoop.
Over in the other gym, Clopton is stretched out to a 31-18 lead over Silex. And Jensen off the glass on the inbound play puts it in for 2 more.
My goodness, how many times has that inbounds play worked?
Oh.
4 or 5?
Countless. Or 4 or 5. 50-12 our score, Van Far leading.
We're not sure Marianne can count that far, so that would be countless for her, right? Hand checking foul that time. Looks like they'll call that on Carmen Wilburn, her 2nd. Still no shots. 3 team fouls for Ellsbury, 2 for Van Far. Down to 2:40 to play in the third.
They tried to work it down low, and it's intercepted by Jensen. Jensen going to take it coast to coast. Now drop it off for Wilburn. She's too high off the glass. Put back by me. It's good.
Bobby maybe got away with a little travel there, but got it up on the window, and it dropped in.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And it's a 40-point lead. 52-12. With 2:19 to go in the third quarter and another tie-up. Who's at favor this time? Louisiana. Bowser to inbound, gets it far side for Womack. Womack trying to find her some room to the basket, and it's stripped away from her. Here comes Wilburn back the other way. Seems like Louisiana maybe got the message. They've been getting back up the floor quicker.
A bunch of them that time.
Yeah, there was 4 of them on Wilburn, and she lost it out of bounds. So good defense that time for Louisiana. With 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's Womack with it. Gave up her dribble. Bybee all over. Tried to pass it to Bowser's ear, and it's taken away. And Keller goes the other way and scores. Devin Keller with a couple more points. She goes into double figures.
That she does with 10.
54-12 our score. Bowser had that pass tipped out of bounds. Tried to connect with Deprecia Chapman, and Keller got in the way. And Caldwell comes back in, as well as Caitlin Sutton. They'll replace Wilburn and Keller for Van Far.
Van Far is going to get out of their man-to-man defense and drop into a 2-3 zone here with a $1:33 to play here in the third.
Womack beyond the arc. Trying to dribble, and we're going to have a foul on Bybee, as she got a hip into Jaden Womack.
Official gave us a little demonstration of what she did there. Sweet.
Interpretive dance. Here's Campbell off the inbound. Her shot's no good. The rebound Tracked down by Reagan Bowser, gets it to Chapman. She goes off the glass, has that one rim out, but stuck on the far side and dropped back in.
She's got 8 of the 14 for Louisiana.
Having herself a nice second half. It's a 40-point game at 54-14. Out high. Here's a 3. We haven't had one of those in this ball game, have we? Missed everything.
That was Caldwell. Off the mark.
Turns it back over as it goes out of bounds to Louisiana. 53.6 seconds to go. Ang Hoffman comes back in from Mara Jensen. And Taylor Ingram back in the ball game. She'll replace Hannah-Lynn Coel.
I would guess that the second crew will finish this quarter, and then they may bring in some of the starters for a little bit of the fourth.
A little curtain call.
Speaking of Van Far.
Bowser gave up her dribble against Bybee, but is able to lean into a shot and score.
Her first bucket of the second half gives her 4.
35 seconds to go. And the lead cut to 38. Pass. Ang Hoffman wasn't ready for it. Now she gets a loose ball, but it goes to the floor and tied up by Jaden Womack.
Over the high school gym in the fourth quarter, Clopton leads Silex 34-20.
McKenna Ang Hoffman to get inbound in the middle of the Van Far bench. And takes it out high to Caitlin Sutton. And are going to have a foul on Ty Cable, her third, as she got a little jumpy on Madeline Caldwell.
14 fouls apiece here in the second half.
Caldwell with it. Spins a couple of times on Ty Campbell. Gets it back to Ang Hoffman. And what do we have? 3 seconds in the lane. He told Brylan Stewart, get out of there.
Well, you know, that's one of the things we do as officials. You do holler at them, say, you know, get your hands off, get out of the paint, get out of the paint. After you holler 3 or 4 times, they don't move, they call it.
That'll do it for 3 quarters off a 3-ball miss. And Van Far in control of this game. 54-16, they lead Louisiana in the semifinals, consolation semis of the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Bolin Chevrolet, Community State Bank of Missouri, Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, and La Crosse Lumber Company.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
An 18-8 third quarter. Van Far still pouring it on, leading 54-16. Running clock here in the fourth, and Louisiana with the ball to start things off. Here's Campbell with it. Has trouble, and it's taken away by Basket, and then immediately tied up. Arrow favors Van Far. 15 seconds into the final frame.
And as we predicted, Van Far's first crew back in, at least to start this fourth quarter.
Here's Keller. Angles to her left. Not much help there, so she'll take it back high for Basket, who connects with Jensen. Oh, that's a great turnaround shot there from Mara Jensen.
Gives her 22 for the night.
56-16. Back to a 40-point advantage for the Lady Indians. Campbell gets it to Powell. Powell shot. Good, and a foul. Emily Powell. Her first points of the night, a chance to make it an and-one. Foul was out on Jensen. Or they give it to?
They did give it to Jensen, her fourth.
And the shot is short. Rebound tipped out. Stewart going to pick it back up. Trying to find a little room. Not much there. Gives it back now to Chapman and up and around to Bowser. Bowser has the ball go to the floor, picks it back up, and gets it back to Ty Campbell. Campbell going to drive toward the basket. She loses it to the floor. It's tied up, going to stay with Louisiana this time, a minute and a half into the final frame. No one in a big hurry to get themselves in position. They want this fourth quarter to end. All loose, and a foul going to be called as Basket picked it up, and that's going to be the fifth on Reagan Bowser. She fouls out, I believe, for the second straight game.
She'll finish with 4 points. No trips to the free throw line. And in for her will be Jaden Womack.
And back the other way comes Keller, and they'll start moving that bench in for Van Far. Here's a three from the near side for Pana. No good. Back on top, Keller gets it to Jensen. Jensen readjusts and scores over the top of Stewart.
And when she is strong with the ball when she's down in the paint low like that. And swiveled around somehow and got it on the glass and scored again to give her 24 for the night.
That is a full night for sure, and that one's...
She thought she fouled.
Yeah.
The ball went out of bounds, and she thought she was leaving. Well, she is leaving the game, but not because she fouled out. Natalie Bybee will check in for her. She'll leave with 24. I guess she's probably finished for the night.
Wilburn steals the inbound pass. Van Far is not let up on that in that regard, and Carmen goes coast to coast, puts it off the glass and
Young
scores.
freshman having a good night. She's got 13.
One of three. Lady Indians in double figures. Just on the outside looking in is Basket with 9. Here's a long shot for Womack. That misses everything and goes out of bounds before Stewart can catch up with it. Turnover gives it back to the Van Far Lady Indians with 4.5 to play with the running clock. 60-18 is the Lady Indian lead. Nearest corner, and that one is short on the 3-ball attempt. Basket tied up on the rebound, and the arrow this time stays with Van Far.
Do you ever find it interesting why when players, and it's not specific to girls, it happens in the boys' games too, when they're tied up, then they try and rip the ball away. It's already a jump ball. What's the point in doing all this extracurricular stuff?
Yeah. Basket, turnaround shot off the inbound is good. Wow.
Gives her 11.
Back the other way is Powell. That shot wild off the glass, no good. Put back Stewart, no good. Another put back. She misses the backboard on that one. If she could have touched the backboard, it would have gone in. Wilburn back out for Keller. We're down to 3:20 to play in the ball game. Basket off the glass, no. And the rebound is, there you go again.
It happens every time. And mass substitute. This is a complete line change here. 5 in, 5 out. I think we've seen all of these players, if I'm not mistaken, for Van Far.
Yeah, you got Coel, Ingram,
Sutton. Caldwell back in.
Ing Hoffman.
That's 5.
Yep. Here's Powell with it on the far side. 2:48 to play. From the baseline, her shot short. Coel, the rebound, has it taken away by Campbell. Now goes to the floor and rolling around. A tie-up. That's the 718th tie-up here in the fourth quarter.
Who's counting, right? Couple subs in for Louisiana. Ivy Nelson in, as well as,
Anna O'Brien.
They changed numbers. That's right.
Far side.
Their first minutes of the night.
Yep. Coel gets it to Sutton. Sutton the long two. It's a little too short. Eng Hoffman, the rebounder. Putback is good. McKenna Eng Hoffman. 64-18, Van Far leads. We're down to 1:58 to go. That lob pass tipped and taken by Van Far. They get it up the floor. That shot
Oh,
is good. On the run, Madeline Caldwell puts it in.
She flipped it up. She was about to travel, and lo and behold, it went in the basket.
Now, no minute 38 to go. Campbell gives it to Powell. Powell from the high block gets it back. Trouble for O'Brien, and we have a foul whistled on Taylor Ingram.
And that's going to send Taylor Ingram to the free throw line, or it should. Oh,
maybe. Nope, they put the foul on there quick.
Got up there fast. So just a 16 foul.
Here's a three. That one's good. Ty Campbell from the corner. She's got 5. And it makes it 66-21.
First three-pointer of the game by either club, actually.
Game's a final over in the other gym. Clopton over Silex, 41-23 as that one goes down.
I think that was Ing Hoffman again.
She's coming alive here in the fourth. She's taken that spot that Jensen, and to an extent, Basket had been
exactly
working on, and now she gets a loose ball. Out the far side is Sutton, and she double dribbles. Turn it over to Louisiana with just 30 seconds to go in regulation. 68-21, I think that'll probably be our final. Louisiana might try and get a basket here. They work it around. Here's a long two, that about a foot off, and the rebound picked up by Eng Hoffman. She gets it to Ingram. Lost in the corner. 5 seconds to go. They're not even going to get this ball in. Or no, I thought that she was going to try and get in quick. Now that'll do it. Horn sounds, game over. Louisiana exits this tournament. Van Far moves into that Consolation Championship with a 68-21 victory over the Lady Dogs here in the Consolation semifinals. And it'll be Van Far taking on North Callaway at 5 o'clock here in the middle school gym for Consolation on Friday evening. 68-21, our final postgame show coming up for you next on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, in our keys to the game, Jim, we said that Louisiana was going to have to avoid the pressure from the Van Far guards. And the key for Van Far was for Mara Jensen to be engaged and have a big night. Well, Louisiana didn't deal with those guards very well, and Mara Jensen was on, and that's why you get a 68-21 Van Far victory over Louisiana.
Yeah, that's a good combination for the Van Far Indians, and disappointing for Louisiana. I think the score was 62-22 when they played early in the year. So as the Louisiana club and Coach Branch there, you'd like to see some progress. 68-21. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, kind of a wash.
Not a big difference there. So they've got a ways to go. They're young, and they'll tee it up next week while Van Far will advance on and try and win the trophy on Friday night at 5 o'clock.
And you just hope for Coach Minter and Van Far you get this consistency, and not just a game where they are on in all positions one night and then just can't hit the broadside of a barn the next night.
Well, and what they'll run into, North Callaway's got a little size.
Yes.
And so Mara Jensen won't be able to run free in the paint like she did tonight, and so that'll be the challenge for Van Far. They're going to have to get some scoring from the guards, and maybe Basket will have an opportunity as a kind of a slasher forward for Van Far, and that's what they're going to need to come away with a victory over the Thunderbirds.
I still like the matchup down low. I think that is a favorable matchup because their post player in the opening round got into some foul trouble in the second half against Ellsbury, and maybe doesn't quite know how to deal with her own size yet. So I think that's a favorable matchup for Van Far, and if you're listening, North Callaway, and or watching, maybe work on that the next day or two in practice.
Certainly something to watch. You're getting paid for scouting reports now too, huh? You get popcorn, you get the coach over here.
I am a jack of all trades.
I got it, man. I'm with you.
68-21, so it'll be Van Far and North Callaway. Clopton into the championship game with a 41-23 victory over Silex. So Silex will play in the third place game, which will take place at the same time as the Consolation game on Friday. Consolation over here and third place over in the high school gym, followed by the championship game at 7 o'clock. We'll take a quick break, come back with final scoring numbers as Van Far downs Louisiana 68-21 here from the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by All Parts, Bowling Green Lumber, Sun Window Company, Abel's Quick Shops, and Pike County Title Company.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
68-21, our final, Van Far over Louisiana in the Consolation semis. So Louisiana retires from the tournament. Van Far moves into the Consolation Championship against North Callaway. Final scoring numbers for the Lady Dogs, a point for Jaden Womack, a point for Sky Coleman, 2 for Emily Powell, 4 points for Reagan Bowser, 5 for Ty Campbell tonight, and 8 points for Depresha Chapman. She had a really good third quarter, scoring 6 of her 8. For the Van Far Lady Indians, 2 points for Madeline Caldwell, 2 for Panna Conaway, 2 for Natalie Bybee in this ball game, 4 points for McKenna Eng-Hoffman, 10-point night for Devin Keller, 13 for Carmen Wilburn. She had a nice night, 11 for Haley Basket, and 24 for Mara Jensen, as she just lit up that post for the Van Far Lady Indians tonight in a 68-21 victory over the Louisiana Lady Dogs. So Van Far moves on, and we still have more basketball tonight.
We do. and tomorrow night. We'll finish the bracket tonight with the 7 o'clock game in the high school with Bowling Green
and Ellsbury
taking on Ellsbury. And then tomorrow night we'll fill the bracket out on the boys' side of the bracket. We'll start at 5 o'clock here in the middle school, Ellsbury and Van Far. In the high school, Clopton, the 2 seed against the 3 seed North Callaway. That could be a good one, although they played about a week ago, and Clopton handled them pretty easily at home. Then in the nightcap, Silex will take on Louisiana. Louisiana upset by Bowling Green in the opening round, and Bowling Green, the upstart, will take on the top seed Winfield. That could be an intriguing game as well.
You know, I'm not Winfield's tough.
They are.
They are very tough, but I am not counting Bowling Green out just yet. If they can use their size, stay out of foul trouble, and frustrate those shooting guards for Winfield, well, you got to take care of Shooty as well.
Right.
That's a big task there. But I think Bowling Green has some nice matchups, some nice fits.
They do, and they get most of their points going to the bucket, and so they've got Bowling Green's got big, strong kids, man, and they like to go up and down the floor. They don't shoot it very well from the outside, from beyond the arc, and so that's just going to be an intriguing game. It's certainly an uphill challenge for Bowling Green, but playing at home and again in this tournament, don't know that I'd bet against them.
That's for sure. So coverage, the late game tonight, after we send it back to the station, we'll get going in about 15, 20 minutes.
This was the longest first-round game I think we've had so far, wasn't it, tonight?
And, yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of whistles, a lot of tie-ups in this one.
Yes, there were.
If you had the over. And you should have taken the over
exactly.
on tie-ups tonight. But tomorrow, the early games, pregame start again at 4:45. The late game, 6:45 here on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com. For Jim Ross, Mark Froning saying we'll see you in the other gym with Marianne and Bobby for the late game coming up in just minutes here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM Radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.